Snap. We're live. Well, I guess I'm live. What's up, people? How you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Late night. Let's see. Hoosier was doing something with a tree all day, so he's in bed. I think pretty much everyone else is in bed. I finally got done with what I was doing today. Finally got in here. Then I said, screw it. I'm gonna go live because I have a bunch of dots that I need sorted. So I'm just going to go live and we'll see who else is out there. I'm probably not going to go long. I didn't see anyone else streaming. So if someone else is streaming, then I will end this and we'll go over there. But I figure I can at least sit here and sort a little bit of these studs. I was working on a mosaic yesterday and I ran out of studs, and none of my studs are actually sorted by color. They're just thrown into a giant bin. So I figure I'll go ahead and sort them. Good opportunity. So got my little sorting tray. I'm probably 3 scoops. When I say none of my studs are sorted, I'm saying I have a shoebox full, and this was overflowing yesterday when I started to do this. And just something I never I think at one point I probably sorted them and then decided, oh, I'll just throw them all in the same bin, save me on having to sort them. But then you go and do that's not Lego. Of course, then you go to do a project, and guess what? You need pieces. What? Look, there's people. Hello, people. Clippy. Hope you're enjoying this Clippy. Dude, Jude, and Cyber. Robert Escobar Show. Hello. Thanks for joining. I'm probably not going to go too long. I figure I'll go until my back starts being irritated. Spent the day moving boxes and trying to empty out this storage unit. So I'm sure my back's gonna start screaming at me. Already took some Advil earlier, so we'll go until it starts being irritated. Because tomorrow is just gonna be no fun in here whatsoever. Oh. So what's everyone working on this late at night? Oh, shoot. Is Macro streaming tonight? Because if he is, I'll end this and we can go hang out in his chat. Ouch, Clippy. That's no fun. Now, Cliffy, did you try to race? Did you see like minifigures and you try to race to get to the minifigures before the children do or something? Or, get into like a foot kicking contest or what? Of course, but y'all can hear the munch, 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 munch. That would be Miss Izzy, who's chewing on a bone. What's the word? Concentrated chewer. But keeps her calm. Yeah, dang it. Come on. Darn nails. Can't separate anything. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Scotty. What's up, Scotty? Does anyone have any Easter plans for tomorrow? So, Cliffy, is this going to get you out of church tomorrow with your foot? It's Easter Sunday. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna so many bricks and studs and bricks. I'm surprised there's not a lot of trans colors though. I was sticking them all in a bin. I think my favorite are the neon colors though. Oh, let's see. We are Easter egg hunt. Oh, taking juniors to your sister's house. Oh, fun. Duju's going to his aunt's for brunch. There you go. Sounds like fun. Make sure you get in plenty of Lego building. I think Bunny and Grandma Badger is streaming tomorrow. So if you need a break from your family obligations. Missed one. There we go. Trying to make sure I catch the holy studs here. Make sure I keep those separated this time. I don't want to have to go digging for those, which those I did not realize how many. Oh, there's chrome. Whatchamacallit? Did not realize how many colors the holy studs come in now. That's quite a bit of colors, because it's like, oh, I figure I can like squeeze it in one of these empty spots on the container wheel. I was like, nope. They might be getting their own. They're going to be getting their own space here. I'm kind of hoping I can readjust these studs, readjust them over. At least give me like 4. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right now I got them all in this bin. And color-wise, all the different color studs. I mean, even with the bin I have here, there's not going to be enough to fill some of my smaller ones, like these dark pink. And then the dark blue, the medium azure, and the teal. I think I can probably combine these two. I could probably get rid of this guy altogether. And then I figure I can at least bag up the dark pink and either put it with the purple, or we got, oh, there's the Brett.
Miss Haley, he did try and stay awake for you, but yeah, I sent him to bed. It was 2 a.m.
Oh, we're live, by the way. Just to let you know.
I'm over live. I can see.
Okay.
I can see.
I'm just making sure. Sometimes you just go crazy, so I'm just like,
Miss Haley, did you watch the show last night?
Which one?
The one with our grand leader, the Grand Poobah.
I caught maybe halfway through, and then caught the tail end. I didn't see the beginning.
Apparently, Hoosier Bricks builds castle. I'd like to know when.
Whoa. Wait, was this during their commentary?
I may have been there saying things. may have.
Because there was a point where he wasn't talking and he was showing stuff, and then they were commentating on it, and I was laughing. Because I'm like, dang it, it's like, why isn't Hoosier explaining what he's showing? And they're commentating of, oh, maybe it's this and that. And
what got me, Miss Haley, is for somebody who live streams, Hoosier looked very lost.
I know, he was so quiet. I'm like, man, he's either, I figure he was tired or something. And then I know they started talking about shows.
You can't talk TV with Hoosier. He's the worst person to talk TV with.
And now I just he reminded me of the first time we met Hoosier when he was first live streaming, because that's kind of how he was. He was very quiet. So, but no, I'm glad he went on there and hang out.
I imagine it didn't help. There was probably 10 of us in there.
Shoot, he even had his name, Sparkle Daddy on there.
I know. I sent him a picture.
Like, oh my goodness! He even acknowledged his name. It's official. We're getting brick badges made. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some brick badges. I wonder if we can get some that sparkle. Like they can put the sparkles on there. So many choices.
It's when he said about the I go fishing at the beginning of May, and I put, you want to see the thumbnails that we put up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did have some fun with it last night. I did have some fun with it. I felt bad for him because he looked like a lost, he looked like a lamb in headlights.
Oh my goodness. He was very quiet. The man, he's either tired or he's just going with the flow. But no, that just reminded me how he was the first time he started live streaming with the everybody.
Well, I've done it again, Miss Haley. I've done it again.
Oh snap!
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. One of my friends, who's not obviously in the community, he works for the Skips. Like when you're renovating your house, you have a skip out the front. Yeah, well, he does that. And he said to me one day, he said, I got some Lego out the skip. I said, all right. It turns out he picked 4 sets out of a skip that were being thrown away. So I bought them off him, and a couple of days later, he rang me again. He said, you ain't going to believe this. He said, I found some more Lego. Well, I think we started saying, Miss Haley, because when he come up the house, obviously all the trains were out.
Yeah.
Because they're always out because of Tom. And he took a fancy to my blue cargo. Is it 60052? I think.
Okay.
And he's like, I like that train. I like the colour.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was like, all right. And in the back of my mind, I thought, do you? I thought, because I've not really used that train much. And yeah. Well, anyway, a couple of weeks passed, and he came up yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Yeah, no, it was yesterday. And we had a little deal, and by the time we left, he took the blue train with him. He's like, I want carriages, I want wheels, I want this, I want that. I was like, listen, you can want all you want. I was like, you ain't having out of Tommy's collection. I did give him some track. I give him a little bit of track so that he can build a layout. But I said, you have to go and buy it like everyone else does.
Tell him, introduce him to Bricklink and say, have fun.
Oh, don't Miss Haley. He'll be ordering all sorts. But he keeps pulling the Lego out the skips. He's got a dinosaur over there. I keep trying to swindle it for you.
Nice.
I convert the masses. I know so many people with trains because of me. Miss Ingrid's got a train, and she's not afraid to drive it. She's proved that.
Yeah.
Tom was down here this evening. He had the roller coaster track. He had the stunts track. And he was building jumps, apparently.
Ooh.
He has got so creative, Miss Haley. I know what... Do you remember I said on Thursday that he was singing a song and he just sounded so adorable?
Oh, yes.
In the Lego room. I was sitting here Thursday doing something to the layout. This was before Hoosiers stream. And he's just sitting down on the floor and he started to sing a song. Well, I found out what the song was, didn't I? The song is called Beautiful Day and he sings it at school. And I'll tell you what, if I can get you a sound clip, Miss Haley, oh man, it melted me.
No.
literally melted me. I was like, he just sounded the cutest because he didn't even know I was watching him the first time, which made it even better.
That's cute.
And when he was down here earlier, I said, "Are you going to stay down and talk to Miss Haley?" He said, "Yeah, I love Miss Haley. She got me the Lone Western train." He always says about that bloody train.
Oh. I'm glad he hasn't lost his love for trains.
Oh, Miss Haley, he will never lose his love for trains. That boy is obsessed. It's not a bad thing. We're all addicted to something.
Oh yeah.
It's just his addiction's about 100,000 a carriage.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because later this month we're doing the train museum.
Oh boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, listen to this. You know, I said I was telling my friend about the community and that, and he went with the Lego train. Well, guess who I happened to show him? I showed him Hill Valley, and I showed him the last layout that Hoosier, you and Chris done. He was like shouting at the screen with Hoosier, saying, "Well, won't that guy give you some trains?" I'm like, "He don't give out his trains. It's not like that." And when I showed him Hill Valley, he said, the first thing he said, and I will word it the way he worded it, he went, "Chav, I bet that cost a fortune to build."
Small house payment.
Well, look, that's it, but it's the joy you get from it, Miss Haley. Me and MJ were talking about this the other day.
Oh yeah.
And since Butt Chop made me play with my layouts, I enjoy Lego 500 times more than I did just building it.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that I've got a house for MJ and MJ's actually in his house. You know, like I've got you as a sig fig, I've got Hoosier, I've got Cliffy, I've got so many people to put in this layout. And you're all going to be getting up to shenanigans, be warned. Be warned. I keep saying video. Maybe I should do one because it is Easter. But I don't know. Did you see Ruth's stream today? She had a banging stream. What's up, Charlie?
No, she's too early. She's too early in the morning for me to catch her. I was snoozing.
Yeah.
Usually, I wanna be able to see her because man, that little her new little 4-legged friend. Oh my goodness, so adorable.
What, Walter?
Yeah, I guess he dragged his doggy bed into her Lego room so he can sit.
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
Instagram picture. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that reminded me of Bo so much because Bo.
Yeah, no,
Bo
I did try and swindle her on tonight, but she's busy. So.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, this one. I don't think we're gonna go for very, very long. I know.
What's up, Seffi? 2 seconds, Miss Haley.
Yep, you're good. Oh, sorry, but check in the chat. Charlie watching banjo fishing or boat canoe. Wait, are we canoeing down a river and we hear banjos? Run, run. I can't go pull out a banjo. We can start playing a banjo because there is a banjo in the next room. and the story behind the banjo. See, it's kind of funny. All the studs, be the studs. You are the studs. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what up, a-hole?
What's up, Big Nate?
Big Nate, did you get through that rest of that bulk of minifigs you were working on? Ooh-wee. Oh, there's the castle. Yeah, Hoosiers had he's had a very, very long day. I guess there was a lot of trees in the road last night, so he was out there working since last night. So and then I was working. I've been trying to empty out this one storage unit that we have, and the darn, I guess another company acquired, like merged with this one storage place, and when they merged, happened a couple months ago, but like they have just jacked up the rent like crazy, and
Sounds about right. Sounds about right, Miss Haley. What's up, Zizu?
and it's just outrageous. So, I mean, I know in the end, I'll still have to have at least one unit, but man, just because I know I like but at least that one. But it's like, man, it's just outrageous. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I probably wouldn't have noticed how ridiculous it was if I didn't have another unit at a different location. And they're the exact same size, and there's a $50 difference.
It's all about location then, really.
And the only reason why I have a unit at a different spot is because the original spot, they decided to tear down the building and redo it. And they told all the tenants that we had to move out, which turned out wasn't true. They said that we've been using that place for over 20 years. And then we found out later when we were moving out, the lady said, "Oh no, you guys didn't need to move. It was just like anyone who's been here for X amount can just move to these back units temporarily." And we were so pissed at that point. We're like, yeah. But yeah, definitely. I think location plays a big difference, but yeah, I don't like this other one. It's a bit of a drive to get to. But yeah, no. New companies jacked up the pricing. And they keep building more apartment buildings around the other one. And it's just, man, so ridiculous. But my mom did laugh at me today because I've been trying to make sure to keep to organize the holiday stuff. So all the Christmas stuff, like I've gone through all the bins and like reorganized them and got rid of the crap that we don't use and only keep what we're actually using, especially when it comes down to lights. And yes, I'm ranting. Coming down to like lights and fixtures and ornaments and make sure everything's nice and organized. And you, oh, it felt so stupid. I didn't realize there was like 5 Halloween tubs in this unit, and I found 5 Halloween tubs and 2 Christmas tubs over there. And I was like, "Are you?" I was just going off like no other, because in the Christmas tub, I was glad I found the ornaments, but I found like brand new string lights that I had just bought this past year because we didn't have any, and I found like a box full of lights, and we're like, "Oh, you flipping kidding me? I just bought all these." And then the Halloween one was the same, but I found the Halloween made me happy. I found all the village. We got all the Halloween village, and I got them in a new box, so they're all nice and organized. But I found my photon
label, maybe labeled. Put a label on the box so you know what it is.
Oh, I even got better. I have color coded boxes, so I got purple and orange because I wait until they go on clearance the day after. So I got purple and orange boxes for Halloween. I got red and green ones for Christmas. And the rest will be labeled.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. But I found my proton packs for the Ghostbusters outfits. So Mom really wants to take that to the movie theater, so
What's up there, Brick?
Having so much fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to spoil Kong Godzilla for you, Miss Haley, because I've already seen it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, buddy.
But Tommy Lee will really like what I'll be dragging home in the next month from over there. I know it's not Lego trains, but I will have non-Lego trains in the house all next month. And I think I got enough stuff I can set it up and run them. Oh, don't even get me. Don't let my mom see that comment. I will bring home all the puppies. You have no idea. She has a coworker right now that has like a 3-year pit bull mix that's kind of like Izzy. And this lady's talking about, I guess the dog's super active and chewing on everything and whatnot. And it's like, man, and from the sounds of it, it sounds like she's just going to get rid of the dog, realizing, oh shit, dog's too much for me. And but mom's the one talking to me about this dog, so I'm just like, okay, if it comes over here, you started this.
You can't blame me.
Can't blame me on this one. I was like, oh, poor puppy. Because even Izzy, because at the beginning of the stream, y'all definitely heard Izzy where she's chewing on this bone. And this poor doggy, it's like, man, I don't think this dog gets enough walks or something. Nerd Brick. What's up, buddy? And if I I get any new ones, I'm definitely going to be. Really want the Bernese Mountain Dog or the short hair version one.
Did you see, Miss Haley? They took £60 off the PlayStation 5. They must be getting desperate.
Well, isn't the PS Pro supposed to be coming? PS5 Pro are supposed to be coming out?
I think so.
Because I still haven't bought one yet.
But they got the handheld now as well, haven't
Oh shoot!
they? Yeah,
I don't know.
the handheld's north for 200, I think.
You know,
But
probably.
yeah, not for me.
I think when The Last of Us Part 3 comes out on whatever console, I'll probably get a console then. Because even right now, I'm not really playing much video games.
I'm watching that new Horizon. Is it Zero Forbidden West? I'm watching somebody play that because I like that Horizon game. That was quite good. It was quite well done for an open world.
Yeah, I like the first one. I need to finish the second one. I started it.
No, he's playing through that now, and I'm liking it.
I think I got mad at the controls because there's a new feature. I think that's what probably happened is that because I replayed the first one, and I went and completed all the missions, all the side quests, 100% completed this game. And then I go to play the second one, started the second one. I think I got mad at it because there was a new feature where it's like you're using the grappling hook to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I couldn't get past the tutorials for that thing. For like the first time I tried to play it, and it pissed me off, and I stopped. And then I picked it up again, and I finally got past it. I don't know what I did differently, but for some reason it finally clicked. And then I fought a giant snake thing in a pit. And something I like the story in the first one.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that the voice actor from that one guy is not with us anymore. Man. Because even if they did a live, like I think shoot. It's either HBO or Amazon picked up that one to make it a TV show.
Well, I don't know if this will be received news or not, or well received news, but Amazon are starting to talk about what's going to happen with Paramount Plus, and the new Stargate. So, yeah.
I know there's a bunch of these. I know there's a bunch of these companies are now kind of merging, so
Yep.
Should be interesting.
There's a company over here in the UK that do a YouTube thing, and they're called Sidetrek, and they have been talking about Stargate coming back for like 2 years. And basically, I watched the video before I came on here, and he's saying now they've got someone from Amazon that actually wants a bit closer to the time to go on there and start talking about it. So I'm really hopeful for a decent Stargate series, because we need something. We really need something new. Not something new, but something old and revamped at least.
Shoot. I don't know. You know, I think it's so hard to either to take a show that's very loved and has been how many different series now with it, where so many
Yeah.
fans are here, and it's either it's kind of like what they did with the X-Files, where they brought it back for like a little 3.5 seasons or something.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the new ones. They were interesting, but it's like how do you bring in new people, keeping the original people happy, and then trying not to pretty much telling the same
See,
stories over and over again. So it
see, I agree. And with the Stargate franchise, Amazon's got to be really careful that they don't do another Rings of Power where they almost mess it right up.
so
And I feel this time with social media and the fact that they've got in contact with this YouTube company that have been going on about this and leaks and information for all this time, I feel that they are actually listening to what we want now, because let's face it, we ain't going to pay for a service that don't stream something we want to watch. So,
oh, I 100% with you. Like, right, especially on that front, because right now I'm paying 2 months for AMC Plus so I can see the one of the Walking Dead series, the one with Rick and Michonne. And after that, I'm turning it off because there's nothing on there, nothing I really want to watch on there other than that one show.
yeah. What's up, Panda? You know, I think it's good they're listening to us. They need to, because Mrs. Brett said, "Oh, we've just got Netflix back." I said, "Okay." I said, "What, for this month?" And she said, "Yeah, something like that." So even Mrs. Brett's chopping and changing between what we watch, but we don't watch terrestrial TV at all anymore. We really don't. It's like everything we watch is either on demand or, recorded from 3 days ago, so that it's not live. There's nothing. Our country doesn't produce anything good.
No,
It doesn't.
I'm kind of with you. Even for services that it's like, shoot.
Well, it's not that. Didn't you Americans have like 400 channels before all these others?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were in the thousands last time.
See what I mean? It's just like, in the UK, we've only ever had 5 channels. That's been it. The rest was when Sky came along and satellite, and yeah. But before that, I mean, there were certain parts of the country that had what you call cable, I suppose. But yeah, that wasn't in every house at all. Definitely not.
Yeah, because for the longest time we had the pretty much the very basic, just to get the news and like the local stuff, and then the CW spent a lot on that back when Smallville was on there. But CW you could get regardless. Like I had it on my little bunny ear TV, so I could watch the shows. But shoot, even now, there's so much out there, and I'm even with this little AMC for the next month here, I've been clicking on different things and trying to watch different things on it too, so I get the most out of using it up for this month and that month. And there's a few shows on there I've been trying out, but it's like, man, they don't really have anything of interest for me. It's like, yeah, I'm not signing up for this again. I'm good.
I agree. I've got to tell you, Miss Haley, it's just come back into my head. Listen to this for a laugh. I'm sitting here with my friend yesterday, and Miss Brett's upstairs is early evening, and there's a knock on the door. So I go to the front door because it's like we're not expecting anyone.
Mhm.
And there's a young man there, and he's like, "Would you like broadband?" Right. So we get into the whole fight of him trying to sell me broadband. Right. Now I'm dressed in a full blown camo tracksuit, so I'm already basically saying, don't argue with me, dude. And after 5 minutes, my pal that was here yesterday that I convinced to have a tray, he started laughing. I could hear him laughing. And after 5 minutes, I said to the guy, I said, "Look, mate, you don't want it." He said, "What? I can save you money." He said, "You don't want to save money?" I said, "No, I don't." And he sort of paused as if to say, "Oh, I can see I'm not going to win here." And he left. And as I shut the door and walked back, my mate said I was just about to come punch him in the face because he was not taking no for an answer. He got in it with the wrong guy, clearly.
Oh, yes.
Try to sell broadband like 8 o'clock at night, Miss Haley. Really?
Yeah, that's kind of shit. That's kind of weird. But it's also a time that you would be at home, so pretty gutsy. But man, that's like go to bed, kid.
Yeah.
It's time for a nappy.
I told him he weren't getting the sale, and he still had to try a bit harder.
Don't take no for an answer.
I said, "I'm a YouTuber." He said, "Oh, so you need good upload speeds?" I said, "Yeah, and I get them." My provider's atrocious. Where I live's atrocious. That's part and parcel of life, unfortunately. If I get a different provider, it won't be no better.
Oh my goodness. There was I was in the store the other day, and they had the internet provider people, like the representatives. There we go. That's the word. We're at the store, so you're walking through the electronic section, and they're there saying, "Oh, hey, what phone service do you have?" Blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and everything. And I finally just learned to say, "Yep, I have you guys. You guys are great. Have fun," and just keep walking, so they don't stop me and try to sell me on whatever they're using. And I had to help this lady out, a little bit older lady, but she was walking and she was clearly not interested in their stuff. I had to kind of walk up, I had to swing back around and go save her from these people because they were being very persistent. And it's like, man, it's like I understand you if you're working on commission and you're trying to make the sell, but it's like,
yeah,
I personally find them very annoying when they're in the grocery store because the last thing you want to do is have to sit there. For me, it's I don't want to sign up for anything. I'm not going to sign up for anything. I'm sitting here buying groceries. I'm already on a mission. So why am I going to go do that? But when you got the older people taking advantage of the older generation, that really irritates the shit out of me. And so I just swing back by and save that lady, and I got, I was like, all right, come on, Grandma, let's go. We gotta finish shopping. Okay, here we go. And I kind of shuffled her, and we went the other way. And and I was sitting there talking to her. She was thanking me because she's like, they would not leave her alone. And I told her, it's like, you know what? This is what I do. And I told her exactly what I do. It's like, regardless of who they are, and they ask, "Hey, what's your service?" And it's like, "Do you have us?" You don't give them anything. You say, "Oh yeah, I got you guys. Great." They leave you alone. That or just keep walking. And she's like, "Yeah, I was trying not to be rude." I was like, "Man, it's just because there's the folks I get my dog food from, and their feed store is right around the corner from where I live. And man, how many people come in there and they trying to get one off and one up, and especially it's phone because he's getting all the telemarketers calling the store, And this one, luckily, I was standing there and he started talking, picked up the phone and the guy was asking all these, like, oh, what service, this and that, and this. And I was just like, hang up, hang up, hang up. Finally, I had to reach over and hit the button. I was like, nope, that's not the one you want. And like, don't give them any information. Don't care. If you're happy with your current service, great. But don't.
Yeah.
And
excuse me, madam, would you like extended car warranty?
oh, I went up to T-Mobile and chewed out the sales lady who I guess they went up to go do something with their phones, but they ended up the sales lady ended up talking them into upgrading their phones. So they turned in their iPhones and received Androids. Now, both of them were, bless their hearts, they're both pushing 70 something, and they've had their iPhones for the past 6 years and they love them. And somehow the lady talked them into trading in their iPhones to get these free Androids for signing up something. And I walked in. I'm in there every week, and they were in there. And then I sat there for 2 hours trying to help them set up their phones. They didn't know how to operate them because they were going from iPhone to Android. I didn't know how to operate them. I was sitting there having to Google shit to figure crap out. And then I finally had to get them to tell me, it's like, why do you have these phones when y'all were good with the iPhones? Because the grandkids helped them set it up. They were all good. It was very simple. And then they told me what happened. And I was like, are you flipping kidding me?
Yeah.
So I took them and we drove up there and I went in there and I chewed that lady out and then chewed out the manager. And I was like, you need to fix this. And we eventually got their phones back. They took back the Androids. And I was like, unflipping believable. Because even their phones, they weren't that old. They were like maybe a year or two old. But just taking advantage. Yeah. Taking advantage of people.
Miss Haley, I've been watching a lot of Catfish. It's a program about Catfished, ED.
Are you going catfishing now?
No, right? And do you know what? Your country, there seems to be so many lonely people with hundreds of thousands of pounds to give to all these money mules and scammers. It is just crazy. And it's like people are disowning their family for people they've never met on a video call. And they're sending them hundreds of thousands of pounds. I think it makes me wonder how these people survive in the world, Miss Haley. It really does.
It's sad too, because people playing on motions and playing, there's some good-hearted people out there, and you go and fuck with that, and it's like
you said, mostly it's elderly people with retirement money, Miss Haley. What they do is they get a picture of someone and they start a conversation, and the next thing it's, I want to come and see you. Can you send me $10,000?
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking because, these people deserve love and whatnot instead of getting scammed.
Shit. I know my sister's been trying to talk me into online dating. I was like, nope. If I can't meet this person if I can't meet them face to face, I'm good. Because how many horror stories of being scammed and all these, everything else out there?
Well, I can't talk because I did meet Mrs. Brett on the dating app. So,
well, that was probably a little bit better than these days with those dating apps, man.
It's not that, Miss Haley. You know what I mean? The world is not like it was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, people got married. When you had an argument, you stayed together and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
What's marriage? Run away.
Yeah, exactly. You know, in today's society, as long as you're a headstrong and a head smart person, online dating isn't hard work. You know, I mean, you can suss out triggers. You know, question one: do you like Lego? It's pronounced Legos. No, do you like Lego? Right, bye. You see? Huh?
Do 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 do. Oh, happy Easter Eve.
Yeah, that's my return
Emo
off.
tracksuit. Yep.
It's actually nearly 5 o'clock in the morning here, and it's cold. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Charlie?
Poor chap was probably staring in the direction of Brett and Camo, wondering why there was a tree sitting in a chair. Or portion, why was there a tree smoking lettuce in a chair?
Look, I told you it's camo, but it's blue camo.
Oh, look, he even has little arm things. Watch out, people.
No, that's just me showing you.
Are you cold, Brett? Poor Brett. He's cold. His little arm wraps.
No, I'm in the front room.
This is going to take days.
Not in the back room now.
Yep.
You know it. You know it.
Where did he go?
Mm-hmm.
Poor bunnies.
Oh, I've got so many choices for my Lego set that I buy. I don't know what to choose.
How many more bunnies out there are going to get abandoned after Easter? Poor bunnies.
A bunny? Someone's only bunny? They'll do Easter bunny.
If you'll go, people buy baby bunnies and give them as Easter gifts, and then people realize, oh shit, they actually work. And a lot of them end up at the pets back at the stores. That's how I got my bunny. She's sweet, very sweet bunny.
Zizi says, Brett, it's actually cold there. I wish it was cold here. Trust me, Zizu, come to the UK. You'll soon want to go back to America. I promise you.
Panda.
Why am I in a blue camo tracksuit?
Blue camo tracksuit.
That's obvious. I'm in the blue camo tracksuit because I want to hide in my Lego room and build Lego.
Have you watched that TV show we told you to watch that pretty much is based off your life?
No. Nope.
You watching everything. You need to watch that because I was laughing. I've been laughing my butt off because those folks are walking around in their tracksuits, and it makes me think of you in your tracksuit. What I imagine what your tracksuits are probably. You should watch the movie first, then go watch the show.
He needs something to watch. Zizu said he needs something to watch. So I told him, watch Only Fools and Horses, Zizu. Proper British comedy from the 70s and 80s before everything got woke and all the rest of it. Just hardcore good comedy. I was watching it the other day and I'm sitting there and I'm holding my ribs because, yeah, it may be 60-year-old comedy, but it's still fun. Or 40-year-old comedy, whatever it is. I don't know.
I was rewatching, was it Blackadder with Roman Atkinson? And there's a bunch of people in it, but each season they go through a different time period.
Right, Miss Haley.
Sir Brett.
Because you said about Blackadder, right? There's The guy, what's his name? Who did Blackadder? Tony Robinson, is that right?
I don't know.
I think the guy who plays Blackadder is the actor's called Tony Robinson. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway,
Mr. Bean is the
Yeah.
Blackadder guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, right? They did a spin-off over here called Maid Marian. And it was all about mocking history. Basically, King John and all of that. It was proper Blackadder style comedy, but it was on a children's TV show.
Oh, man. We have to hunt that one down.
Yeah, it's called Maid Marian and Her Merry Men. You find it, you watch it, and yeah, the first time you'll be like, what did I watch? The second time you watch it, and you'll be like, I see what he means now. There's loads of good shows. Tons of them. Tons and tons. If you haven't watched Ripper Street, watch Ripper Street. That's good. Peaky Blinders. See, they were mentioning this on the thing Hoosier was on last night. They were talking Peaky Blinders and Hoosier's like,
Speaking of Peaky Blinders, I guess there's going to be a spin-off to that one. And they were talking about Mr. Shelby might make an appearance. So I don't know if it's going to probably take place before. But or take how they're going to get him in there, but yeah. There's going to be a spinoff.
I don't know if I can say that. I might offend Jesus.
Whatchamacallit. But for the spinoff, I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, all right, which group are they going to follow?
Yep. Zizou, you wanted something to watch, buddy, right? Watch Bottom or The Young Ones. Look them up. They'll be good watches. They're old. They're not new. But yeah, it'll be stuff you've never seen before.
So many colors.
Oh, there we go. With the Darling Buds of May, he loves that, doesn't he? That I put him on to that. Good old David Jason.
I need MJ to come on a live stream or backstage to help talk Cliff into taking his stuff to Nashville. Because I think MJ would be a good person to help talk Cliff into it. Especially after we had, because MJ, we got him when he went to Philly. He brought all his stuff to Philly just to show us, and we told him go get it out of the car and go put it on the table to display it. And I want him to talk to Cliff about his great interaction with talking to people about his mocks and everything. Because we're trying to get Cliff to take he's taking his castle. He doesn't know it yet, but he is taking his castle.
And see, this is why I love you, Miss Haley, because he doesn't get a choice.
He's not getting a choice, especially when I'm driving. We need this man to take his castle so other people can see his awesome.
What I'd do, Miss Haley, is I'd pull up and I'd just look at him and say, look, Cliff, it's a long journey.
I'm just saying, like, it's probably going to be the same setup I did last time, where I drove up. I got there in the afternoon, and we'll have the rest of the day. We'll be spending the night there, and then next morning we get up and go. So while he's sleeping, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be packing that sucker up And it's just going to, my plan is just go ahead and put it in the truck. And it'll be in the truck.
And
Can't say
see,
no then.
you got to do it, Miss Haley, because real talk, right? If I was in the US, I would literally take the whole layout down and I would come and I would build a layout in front of people. I said this the other night to MJ. I'd love to actually live build a layout at a show while people walk around. What are you doing? Can we ask what you're doing? Yeah, I'm building the layout. How are you? Yeah. You don't see people building layouts. You see layouts done, but
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
but people shoot, because I think the last one we were still setting up and doing stuff because of the time restraints and the all the issues we had before or the day before, and we were, I don't know, I find it fun setting up while people are walking in because you get the interaction, you sit there and talk, someone can ask questions.
well, Zizou, they need to try harder, buddy. Listen, I build a different layout every week. I've mocked so many things up that I no longer buy sets because it's just easier to build what I want myself.
All right.
I will say this, Miss Haley. I told Tommy Lee what Hoosier's done with the big boy. He did not look happy when I told him Hoosier's put it in a box under the table.
Oh,
That did get me last night. We miss you, Hoosier.
oh my goodness. All right. So that took 1 hour to sort this much.
Dang.
Let's take 1 hour, one scoop, 1 hour. All right, here we go. We're scooping.
And is asking what the hotel information is for Nashville, Miss Haley.
I think it's called my place, my space, my something. It's on because it's not in Nashville. It's like in the suburbs of Nashville. So it's about 34 minutes away, give or take. But Nashville has a big airport though. And then I'm trying to think. Then the hotel is only 10 minutes away from the convention. Or I think it's less than 10 minutes because we moved it closer. Okay, it's called. Here, I'll send you the information on the Instagram.
I would take Castle to a show. I've got to choose which set I really want next. After chatting with them, I've got some choices.
There we go. All right, I sent it to you on the Instagram. But we're Hoosier, myself. There's some of us staying at that one, but there are other ones within walking distance. Well, no. There might be a field in between one. But they're all within like 2-minute drive of each other. So there's a bunch. So there's one there, and then I know Cliff and Seth stayed at one that was right across the parking lot. And then right across the highway, there's one, two, there's like a Holiday Inn, a Quality Inn, something Inn, some other, there's a bunch right there. And they're pretty.
Dude needs it as well, Miss Haley. Please.
All right. I'll send it.
See? That's why Haley streams are so better, because she can send links, you know. Not putting Hoosier down or anything, but RC's even thinking of going to a show.
Oh, nice, RC. Yeah, you should definitely go. Go have fun and experience a show. Yeah, that He-Man. He-Man Shoto. Shoot. Yeah, that's an incredible build. Because I know I got to see like I got to see a portion of it in Alabama. Well, that was back in 2021. Yeah, beginning of 2022. Yeah, I got to see that one, and that sucker was like you could walk around it. So we watched them set it up, and then I know I definitely got to see it a little bit more during lights out, but walking around it and looking at all the details, and it's just, especially lights out. Oh my goodness. You know what? And why don't they have trans black studs yet?
Don't get read on here, Miss Haley.
They have clear. They have like neon yellow, neon orange. They have orange. They have red. They have purple. They have like pink. They have green. They have neon green. They have light blue. They got dark blue. They got that medium blue that glows under black light. But they don't have trans black. And then the only two studs that has a hole in the middle for trans is this light blue and this orange. Yeah, I think the one that just passed, because Iceberg was at that one, and I think that one was a brick convention. That was a Grayson show. So that one, like Brick Universe, has those designated builders already there, and then they got to work with the local clubs to help get more, kind of like what we do in Nashville, where the local lug participates in the show. So,
Miss Haley, you are too modest, right? RC says he needs to look at something that makes him feel ashamed to be a builder. But if that's the case, why don't you tell him to just go and watch your two Beyond the Brick videos, you know, Hill Valley and Jurassic World Park? Because once you watch them, You feel like a kid sitting there with a 4+ set.
Shoot, even looking on the Instagram. Oh my goodness! Like when stuff pops up on the Instagram, and it's just like, especially the oh shoot, I forgot their names. The Beyond the Brick, when they're showing stuff and whatnot, or even people posting pictures, and it's like shoot, like when you think you build and then you see something that someone else creates, and it's like, oh, it's like holy shit. Yeah, that feeling of like, oh my goodness.
I will say this: I found a new group in the UK, and it's for Lego castle builders and whatnot. And yeah, like you say, some of the pictures are some of what some people are doing at home is real next level stuff. And again, they're only showing it on Facebook. They're not doing what we do on YouTube. They're just sitting at home building because they want to.
Yeah. No, it some of the stuff that people like, even shoot Chicago, even watching watching people's videos and seeing the pictures from Chicago, it's like holy crap, like because I know we've seen they're talking about I'm still on the fence with Chicago, but just to go up there and look at people's mocks, that would be fun because like shoot, because I know a lot of people don't like. You got the big, you know, you got the 4 big shows, then you got the smaller shows that make the circuit. So, and haven't gone to a big show like that yet. And well, no, Brick Radio is pretty big, but for that to be down here, but for everyone going up there, it's I'm always impressed with how people build. I think my favorite from that Chicago one was the Knight and the Horse, where it's like it was a very big scale version of them. But shoot, even that, just amazing to see what other people are creating with this and doing the same, you know, having the same hobby as we, and seeing what people come up with. Just love it.
I can say this, Miss Haley. Listen, you are to blame for me building layouts. I was just a guy building buildings, and you sat and you started to do your Hill Valley again, and next thing you know, I'm doing layouts, and before you know it, it's a whole rabbit hole.
You're welcome. But shoot, yeah, but shoot, even you, RC, what you're doing with all the classic Lego and all the 4 wide Lego, and shoot, especially a lot of the stuff you have are like stuff that I looked at. Are you like I had 1 or 2 growing up, and that was sort of my childhood sets. And then I love that you're you're kind of collecting the whole line of some of them and seeing it's like, oh, so it what you're doing with those classic ones, those to be able to take your layout to a show, oh my goodness. You make me want to take out all those childhood ones and put them throughout the city like you're doing, and giving them a home. That I know now we're all going. You got the crazy speed champions. They're the 8 wide craze, but man, I just love the little 4 wide guys.
It's like Zizou said, this is why I build a new layout every week, because I'm constantly struggling with, like RC said, I want it to be better and better. And now I understand that I'm at a point where sometimes better and better isn't building 50 things at once. It's looking at it for a while and then deciding on something maybe after a week of just looking, and it, like you said, that all takes time learning, but with every step you get better. And yeah.
I gotta say, the when we're at shows, is the most time I get to actually play with my mock in person, where I'll spend most of Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning or afternoon tweaking and fixing stuff on the layout because we're like when you're working, like kind of like we said, is like you're working on locking, you're going to tear down and redo it because you want to fix things, and there's little things here and there, and it just made me think of that, because anytime I'm at a show where there's a break, or I'm just sitting there fiddling with things, it's usually the time when I actually start putting stuff, when I actually start messing with the mock more when I'm at a show than I am at home. Because sadly, when I'm at a show is the only time I get to see my layout 100% together and get to go and start tweaking and start messing with stuff. I think if I just if I just take this room, knock down the wall in that room, and just combine them, we'll be good to go. Then I'll have one giant wall I could put the layout on. Don't need bedrooms. Just get rid of the bedrooms.
I don't know, Miss Haley. If I win it big on the lotto, I'll come to the US, I'll buy some land, all right, and then what I do is we buy 100 of them shipping containers, and we get a man with a welder, and we say to him, right, connect 5 or 6 of them together so that we can all have layouts in them. And then what we do is have them scattered all over. Then eventually we get a man who builds a fence to come out, see?
Well, Brett, didn't you see the article where friends of 30 years bought a bunch of land and built all their houses next to each other? There were 6 friends that I guess they were friends for over 30 years. They all wanted to live next door to each other, so the only way they found was they all went in, invested, bought this huge property, and then built their houses. They weren't big houses. They were like, nice living. They weren't giant houses, but they were nice living, kind of probably bigger, probably maybe 2 cargo containers size together.
Yeah.
But they were, so that way they could all, live there. So, but remember reading the article, made me think of you. No, Jude, I can't have the I can't have the Lego in the garage anymore. It's too, the garage doesn't have, it's not air conditioning. And even running my little fan out there, it did not do the trick. It's just too hot. And I don't even like having my Lego out there anymore. It's just too hot. But no, yeah, to add to Zizu's comment, I agree. I think the crowd would love RC's layout.
For sure.
Well, RC, you got time to team up with that Orlando one and start making your layout movable and planning it out. Make it, especially if it's like a show that's right there. Running into him at the Lego store. Ha, ha.
See,
Yeah, 'cause I'm
that's the
thinking,
other thing. Like you say, when it's all on meals, it can be as big as you want. When it's a fixed layout, like me and RC, excuse me, you can only be as big as the layout you got. And yeah, I could meals everything, but it would probably cost me the same again in base plates, then in brick. It's not going to do anything to the layout apart from make it easier to move, which, to be fair, Zizu calls me 1 week Brett. So, yeah, why would I need to mills it when I can build it in a week anyway? I mean, that mills it is a lifesaver for the shows. But like you say, to go back and do a whole layout when it's already been done without mills core, that would be a mission.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Like a real mission.
Shoot, who was it? Oh, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't even try to do it anymore. My city I used to have my layout that stretched. I had tables, I built tables in the garage that wrapped it around like a big giant horseshoe,
Yeah.
and had the whole layout out there, and then had some issues with rodents, and the rodents ran through the entire city, made a huge mess that took about 2 months to clean because I had to break everything down, give everything a bath, sanitize everything, and then rebuild it.
Dang.
And let me tell you, 2-car garage city having to be cleaned and going through that. I'm not doing that again. I can't even figure out where they're coming in from anymore. I've blocked up every nook and cranny that they could possibly be climbing in from. We're good right now. Fingers, knock on wood, fingers crossed. But yeah, nope, will not do that again.
Dude's gonna give him some time.
Shoot, I got lucky the other last month. I felt so bad for this kitty cat. I guess I left the laundry room door, the window open, and I wouldn't think a cat would be that stupid to jump into a window of a strange house he doesn't live in and spend the next week in the garage. Oh, he was at least out there 4 days before I realized there was a cat out there. The only reason I realized there was a cat out there is because I heard meowing at a door that shouldn't have a cat at. I was like, oh dear Lord. And I opened the door.
One of my dogs broken.
Oh my goodness. Because all of a sudden I hear is meow. And I'm in the kitchen cooking food. And I just kept hearing meow. I'm like, where the crap is that coming from? I don't have a cat, mind you. And this darn, yeah, opened the door. Black fur, it was like a dark tabby it was a dark tabby with stripes. Took her bolts back into the garage. I had to go set up the doggy camera in the laundry room, pointed out the window, and then I set out a giant bowl of water and 2 things of tuna. And I was like, oh my goodness, felt so bad for the little guy. And he ended up being okay, but I was like, oh, this damn thing. But he did catch me a mouse while he was in there. So might have to go back to just getting a cat so I could throw him out there anytime there's a mouse. I do miss my cat sometimes because that's what I would do. Go get him. No, it's very sad. I did love having the city out there. But it's just after that craziness, that was a lot of work. So now the city is nice and protected. But
that is the joy, though. You know, a layout does bring joy. I
mean, I
come in,
do.
I look at it, and I'm like, yeah. You know, whereas if I came in and looked at a pile of boxes that were all full of Lego, I'd be like, what? But the layout, I come in, I look at it, and I think, yeah, I could do something to that. What do I want to do to it? And then it gets the brain going, you know,
Mhm.
creative juices and that. I want to build something. I want to do something. If
I
I
mean, I
just
do.
had boxes in there, it's, you know, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. I couldn't buy it to invest. Hell no. Hell no.
Because in this room, I did add some plywood on top of all my trays, and I have all the modulars running around the room. It's kind of like a horseshoe, but I need to clear off all the other crap I shoved up there and put in some roads or do something.
Space is an issue, Miss Haley. It's
Mm-hmm.
always an issue.
I still want to put a Lego train going around the ceiling, though.
Well, because the kids are off school, I said Tommy can take the Emerald Knight upstairs one day this week because I'm such a good dad. And yeah, we pick the rugs up and I'll let him have some track up there and he can build to his heart's content. I'm such an enabler.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes him happy, you know.
You
He draws trains all the time. He will draw you a train in 30 seconds.
oh,
Mm.
you know what you'll have to do is take all the track that you have and stretch it out through the house. Like that one group did. They stretched it out through the house and was like through the backyard, through the house, through the kitchen, living room, and just looped it and had it going all over the place. And they were using other stuff to help keep it leveled. And I think that's what you need to do with Tommy. Set up, take a day and just set up a huge track going all through the house. And just let him have fun. Or even taking the track out there in the, was it the driveway or something. That's
We're not going out the front, but yeah, no, I don't mind letting him take the boxes of track up and the switches. He likes building switches and then he has to build card. But he does pick up. He's learning to pick up. He tidies up after himself, so I don't mind.
Where is everyone tonight?
That
I
is a
know
good
we're
question.
we're late started, but man, we got Cliffy. Cliffy's over there.
We got the important people. We got Zizu and Dude Jude and Seppi
Oh yeah.
and RC and Panda. We got the important ones.
Yeah, because I didn't see anyone else streaming. Like, shoot, did everyone just go on holiday
On behalf
or
of
do
everyone
something?
in the group, Miss Haley, your watch needs a new battery because that was more than 40 minutes. I love you, but it was because I was sitting here waiting. I kept checking my email, watching
Oh
videos.
yeah, yeah. Because mom had went with me to the storage unit, so because some of it's like her stuff, my stuff, my sisters, my brothers, and so she only we took two loads and brought it back to go through it, and then we were sitting there eating and watching one of the Rick Michonne episode. So by the time that I got the message that Mr. Hoosier's going to bed, I was like, ah, dang it. I was like, yep. Then and by the time that she left, I was debating whether or not to go live or not. But I was like, you know what? I got a box of studs. Yeah, or see, I was looking for Macro because if Macro was live, I wasn't gonna go live at all. And then I think I had asked Dude if he had went live or saw anything because, like, shoot, so, but that's like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit the button. We're gonna see what happens. Shoot. I got at least one full scoop has been sorted. Very happy about that. Miss Ingrid, how are you doing? I hope the new job's working for you. Dang it, now I got that song stuck in my head. I got a lonely box of coconuts. Which is another Mr. Bean talking. I don't know. Brett, you good for another 20 minutes?
Yeah, if you want.
Give or take?
We can go backstage if you want. Whatever.
Okay. Ouch. Wee. Oh, don't get me started on that one. I was rewatching Lego Movie 1 and 2. Poor Fabuland people being worked to the bone.
Do you know what I was watching, Miss Haley? The original Transformers cartoon.
There you go.
On YouTube. With ads. I hate ads.
Oh my goodness. That's even worse when it's like a cartoon because the cartoons are already short and then on top of the ads, like shit,
Yeah.
you'll get 6 ads with a 20-minute show and I can't. Oh, I think I was trying to do that with Cheers the other day. I was wanted to rewatch Cheers so I could rewatch Frasier and then watch the new Frasier. And I go to watch Cheers, and there's for a not super long episode, there were so many commercials that I was just like, I spent more time watching commercials than that was the show. It just made me so angry. I'm like, you know what? No.
Do you know what? I put a movie on earlier. I was bored. So I was like, right, So I plug my hard drive in.
Yep.
And I watched The Martian with Matt Damon, Miss Haley.
Oh, I love that one.
I do too. Really, really, really well made film.
Even how close they came with the book in that one.
Yeah.
They did. They were very spot on.
And like you say, with a movie on a hard drive, there ain't no ads.
Yep. That let me just say, I went to Amazon to look up how much is a complete the Cheers complete series. Now I have that in my Amazon or watch list and gonna watch for that sucker to drop. Yeah, it's no fun. I think we're spoiled now.
I'm waiting for that new one on, is it Apple TV? Is it Necromancer?
Hmm.
The sci-fi one that they're going to do, hopefully.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like very cyberpunk based. Yeah.
I noticed they put up some new sci-fi ones on there because I want to watch the For All of Mankind, and I think it's called Constellation.
Yeah, Constellation.
I definitely want to watch those, and that For All of Mankind. Those are on my list. I think I'm just gonna have to watch the Monarch Legacies on my own. Can't get mom to sit down and watch that one with me again. So I was hoping she would watch it because it has the Russell guy.
Yeah. No, Monarch was good. Godzilla Kong, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I was rewatching all those.
I've got, again, on my hard drive, I've got the original Godzilla, you know. I like to go back and watch the first movie and see the progression from where we started to where we are now. And yeah, when you look at Godzilla Kong, they've both been done really effing well. And I'm not going to knock them.
Did you see the Godzilla -1?
Yep. I watched that too.
I haven't watched that one, but that one's on my list. I was waiting for it to pop up somewhere. But they were saying that one was pretty good.
Yep. It's like I was saying about the Stargate, Miss Haley, with all the stuff that's gone on in Hollywood over lockdown and all this writer stuff and all this AI stuff. And I'll make you laugh. Tommy Lee said to me yesterday, he said, Dad, do you know about AI? I said, yeah, and you don't need to, not yet.
Dude, even the StreamYard said you can create a thumbnail with AI tonight.
There you go.
So the one, it's pretty much just taking, all it is just taking your words and you're just picking what you want and what you want to throw in there. So I was messing with it today, and that's, I think the one I picked is the one I just picked, and I was messing with it. I was like, huh, this is interesting. I wonder what else I can do with it. Bunny, what time are you going? Are y'all going live tomorrow?
Regular time, I think, Miss Haley. Because it says 7 p.m. UK
Okay.
time, so yeah, that's regular time.
Regular time.
Yeah, whatever that is your side.
Oh. All right, Brett, you ready? You good to kick it to the post show?
Yeah.
I think my back's throwing a fit. It doesn't want to be in this chair anymore. But 2 to 4 p.m. is perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Back is not happy about being in this chair now. But want to say thank you for everyone coming and hanging out for the last hour and 45 minutes. Hopefully we'll have hopefully everyone will not be sleeping, injured, tired, whatever. Everyone's just wiped out today. So hopefully we'll have the normal group on Thursday and next Saturday. But yeah, we gotta get building for. Gotta keep working on getting ready for the show. So, but thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out in the chat and watching and rewatching. And we've got Bunny tomorrow from 2 to 4, and then Cliff is later on in the evening. I think you might have a special guest tomorrow. So, or actually, I don't know. It's Easter. All right, just pay attention. Set your alarms. I hope everyone has a good, happy Easter, and we'll talk to everyone later. Thank you, Brett.
Bye.
All right, end button.